And the Cardinals of South Laurel, the home team on the scoreboard. Starting lineups first for the Cougars of Letcher Central. At 1 forward, number 22, Elijah Ragland. At guard, number 11, Austin Banks. At center, number 21, Tyler Collins. At guard, number 10, Jordan Gregory. And at forward, number 1, Terrell Carter. The Cougars are coached by head coach Robert Hammonds. For the Cardinals of South Laurel, at guard, number 10, Ryan Anders. At guard, number 25, Jared Grubb. At guard, number 13, Braden Miller. At forward, 0, Andrew Griffith. And at center, number 44, Caleb Taylor. The Cardinals are coached by head coach Jeff Davis. The officials for tonight's game from the 15th region, Tim Trent, Wendell Wallen, and Joey Dobson.
Set for tip-off here tonight, the key ingredients, Lee's key ingredients of the game tonight, Mr. Frazier.
Well, Tanner, I'm going to call you Tanner now here, Earl, but I think the keys for South Laurel first, they're going to have to pound the post. They have a huge size advantage offensively, kick it down to the big kid on the inside, Taylor. Defensively, they're going to have to find number 1, that being young Terrell Carter for Letcher Central. And for Letcher Central, their keys, box out, box out, box out, try to get some offensive glass.
Ed Griffith in instantly with a bucket off the glass as his shot is up and good, and that's Lee's famous recipe, key ingredients of the game. And here come the Cougars. Had their shot open momentarily, but all over Carter now. He tosses the basketball over to the right side to Gregory.
Tough man defense being employed by South Laurel here.
Anders gets the defensive assignment early on Carter. Nice move, but couldn't finish it. And it's Griffith picking up the rebound, and he loses it.
Transition defense going to be critical for Letcher Central. That time they were able to get back.
Shot won't fall, and Taylor the board, but it's strapped loose. Scooped up, and we'll have a tie-up, Jim. Keeping the basketball are going to be the Cougars.
Early possession here. Both of these teams' battle players hit the deck for it. Letcher Central will be inbounding, and of course Terrell Carter, 6'1" junior, averaging 30 points a game. Looks like Ryan Anders will draw the assignment.
They take it right in on the big fella. A little stop pump shot up, no good by Collins. And here come the Cardinals to South Laurel. Long bomb from the corner. It's off, no good. Wouldn't fall for Miller. Cougars trying to get on the board now, Jim.
Tell you, they want to run, but just don't know if they'll be able to in this game. The athleticism of South Laurel out on the perimeter, awfully tough. As you saw the transition defense get back.
Nice shot. The little leaner goes for Gregory. And again, Coach Robert Hammonds has told his team, Jim, take it right down the middle. Go after the big men early.
I think that's a great idea, Earl. You're going to try to get the big guy in foul trouble, get him out of the game. It's like Letcher trying to get a little zone action going here.
A nice blitz move. Shot will not fall for Grubb. Had the rebound momentarily. Griffith will pick it up to Taylor. And there you go. Taylor out of that back door there.
Man, beautiful pass, wasn't it, Earl? Tough to rebound out of that zone for Letcher Central. They just couldn't come away with it that time.
Carter will come over to the right side now and dish to Gregory up top.
Gregory, a good ball handler out front. He may have an advantage to try to take it on Miller.
Carter stops, pops, it's off, no good. Follows his shot, couldn't bring it in. Here come the Cardinals once again with a 4-2 advantage. Nearly thrown it away, now into Taylor. Taylor puts it on the floor, tie up. stays with the Cardinals. And again, Letcher Central being so quick with their hands, going after every loose ball.
Critical, Laurel. You saw Banks that time come in when the big boy put the ball down low, went right after it.
Long bomb from the corner. It's up and good. A 3-point goal by Anders of South Laurel, and they take a 7-2 lead. Quickly opposite end Carter, and a foul is going to be called on Griffith, it looks like, down inside.
Fouls on 0, Andrew Griffith.
Officials for this evening's contest, of course, from the 15th region, Wendell Wallen, Tim Trent, Joey Dotson. Now Carter will go to the line. South Laurel, a team with that great rebounding edge that they have. They like to get it out and go, Earl. So going to be a tough task for Coach Hammonds and his guys trying to get the ball off the board. And, of course, trying to hustle back defensively.
Second one here is you get a good shot there by a guy that can light it up. It falls short. Griffith will get the board. Tosses over to Grubb. Grubb up the court. Inside to Taylor. Taylor dropped it, picks it up, and it is good. And Taylor takes a hard fall in the process.
Wow. You know, we're at the TV time.
Caleb Taylor. He's going to get up. He's a tough kid.
We're at the TV time, or I think we'll go ahead and take our television timeout right now.
It is the Mountain Classic on this TV and WYNT.com.
Established in 1913, Wayne Supply has been a trademark and a model for all other equipment companies. For over 100 years, Wayne Supply has offered good-paying jobs in Kentucky and a vision of growth to many people in our Commonwealth. Wayne Supply has given back in many ways, such as being a founding sponsor of the Wayne Supply Mountain Classic, which has generated over $2.5 million in money given to students in Eastern Kentucky. From last century to this one, Wayne Supply continues their commitment to serve the people of Eastern Kentucky.
Get on your computer or mobile device. Because of all the great Toyota deals out there, most are not seen on TV. That's why you need to visit buyatoyota.com for a huge selection of savings offers that couldn't possibly fit in a TV commercial, including 0% financing, great lease deals, and 2-year no-cost maintenance. So get on your computer or mobile device and go to buyatoyota.com, Toyota's official website for deals. Toyota, let's go places.
Winter, famous for careful driving. Lee's, famous for chicken. Get a fast meal that's resolution-friendly at Lee's Famous Recipe Chicken with our 2-piece oven roast combo for only $4.99. Get your new year off to a smart start with 2 pieces of our gluten-free oven roast chicken, a side, a biscuit, and a regular drink, all at a great price. It's a great meal on the go without all the guilt. Get a New Year's bonus with Lee's 2-piece oven roast combo for only $4.99. Only at Lee's. Famous for chicken.
No credit check, no contract, no problem. Of course, Appalachian Wireless offers you a softer, gentler way to pay with the ultra-popular Forward Pay. But now Forward Pay gets an upgrade. You get monthly service prices and features without the ties and receive unlimited talk, text, and 3 gigabytes of data for just $44.99. Or get these same great perks with a whopping 5 gigabytes of data for a mere $59.99. Great new ways to pay coupled with drastically reduced prices on most service and smartphones. That's today's Appalachian Wireless.
Inbounding ball comes to the Cougars, and Gregory pushes up to court, crosses midcourt. Trying to get an update here in just a second. Taylor is back into the ball game. We'll see what Miss Lauren has for us here in a moment, Jim. Shots no good. Long rebound by Griffin.
And we'll go ahead and send it over courtside to Lauren Cash as she joins us here. Lauren?
Guys, listening to both coaches in the huddles out of the timeout, Coach Hamons with Letcher Central said, calm down and take care of the ball, stick to your game. And as far as Coach Davis with South Laurel, he said, keep moving on defense. They've got them confused. And Caleb Taylor, their big guy that just went down with an injury, they said their trainer, Mama Kay, that's her nickname, she said he's just fine. It's a bruised shoulder, and obviously he's back in the game, guys.
High for that one there, and it goes out of bounds, comes back over to the Cougars. So thank you, Miss Lauren. And you're right, Taylor's an incredible kid. Second year at South Laurel. He's a legit 6'8". There's no stretching when you look into the the height to this kid. I mean, he is a kid that is a mountain, but that mountain can move, and he has quick hands and quick feet. Long bomb. Speaking of moving, the Cougars bury one from downtown Hyndman.
I tell you, Banks comes in and hits one from way outside, Earl. We saw him defensively go after things. Letcher, not the biggest team in the ballpark, but they hustle.
Grubb will fire a three equally, and that one is up and good by Jared Grubb.
You know, Earl, you talked about Grubb in the open and how good he is. He can make some big plays, and you saw there from way outside the big shot. There he is, averaging 17 points a contest. Tough player.
Very good basketball player for these Cardinals. The 6'1" junior. And South will get the basketball back on a foul call. It's 12-6. The Cardinals with the lead and the basketball. They call an offensive foul on the Cougars on a trip.
Yeah. Now they'll try to inbounds here. Zone being employed by Letcher Central. It's an active zone. Always tough to rebound out of that zone. Great effort on the inside. What a battle with Taylor as he tries to weave his way down on that baseline. They'll bring him up to the high post.
Right now, Anders along with Miller. And Grubb just kind of playing a hot potato. Griffith will take it to the baseline quarter right side. And now, just for a second there, Jim had the shot.
He can hit it from outside. A lot of good ball movement, player movement here by South Laurel early.
Griffith with a big one. It's a three-pointer. It's up and good. And South opens up to a 15-6 lead.
Well, you can tell why they're ranked #1 in the mountains and just playing a tough team. Of course, Clay County right there with them as well, Earl.
A foul called. And we'll see if Gregory will go to the free throw line for the Cougars. Second team foul on South Laurel, and Letcher County has only committed, well, they've committed 2 fouls too.
Kind of thought that one might go against the big guy, Taylor.
Phelps will check in for the Cardinals of South Laurel, the first substitution of the first quarter of play. Down inside, long one is up by Collins. He sticks it up and in. Collins is not no short guy by any stature, 6'4", a senior. Griffith works the baseline. It tosses it a quarter now to Phelps, who checks in. It's 15-8, a 7-point lead. Griffith lost it, picks it up. Collins with a block. Out with the rebound come the Cougars, deflected by the Cardinals remains. Letcher County Central basketball. I think Coach Jeff Davis, you can see his expression there. He thought it was last touch maybe by the Cougars.
Of course, Jeff, assistant coach at Moorhead State, and has done a great job in both high school and college. And right now, big kid on the inside, Collins. Man, that kid can get up, Earl.
Does got some hops, doesn't he? Carter, the ball fake goes up, and they'll get Taylor with the foul. That's a smart play by Terrell Carter, the junior. Deskin Motors, instant replay, Jim.
Well, I tell you, got to approve the way Carter got the big guy up in the air. Draws the foul.
Trying to cut into the 7-point advantage by the Cardinals. Free throw one, back of the iron that pops off. You would have another one.
I think you'd have to put South Laurel as maybe a 7-8 point favorite in this game. Letcher going to have to hit the foul shots if they're going to stay in this one.
Second one is up and rolls that one in. Takes the shooter's roll, if you will.
Letcher trying to meet him with some half-court pressure here. South able to move the ball so very well, put the big guys in outlet. at the high post.
Cardinals now will set that offense and just kind of take their time. Anders up top of the circle over to Phelps. Looks underneath to Griffith. Griffith down inside, a collision. The foul is going to be called on the Carter of the Cougars.
Good feed on the inside. I tell you, when Caleb Taylor moves, he takes some guys with him, almost like the big ship moving the wake zone. Took some of the blue shirts out and created an opportunity there for Griffith as he goes to the line looking for his 6th point.
First time to the charity stripe tonight. It's up, it's good.
Saw certainly in girls play, so many of the girls fundamentally sound from the foul line. This young man has a beautiful looking foul shot. You see the finish there on the front lip, but I'm going to guess he's an excellent foul shooter.
Carter with the basketball opposite end. Up top, tosses to Austin Cottle, who comes into the ball game. Cottle on the drive to the right side, takes it near the free throw line, tosses. A long bomb is up, no good. Also, that was Ragland with a missed shot, and here come the Cardinals on the rebound. And again, rebounding has been something golden to the Cardinals here in the opening quarter of play.
Yeah, Letcher Central doesn't have the luxury to crash all 5 guys on the board because Caleb Taylor can clear those boards, and the speed of South Laurel gets to the other end.
Grubb with a baseline shot, doesn't fall. Griffith the board, no good. Gets his on rebound again, no good. And a foul is going to be called, and Griffith will be at the free throw line.
Seems like the basketball's being knocked away, and it's being found by the coaches. That time, Robert Hammond's talking with Wendell Wall and saying, I don't think our guy fouled. Looked pretty close to me. Looked like a clean block, but you know, whenever you slap down, you're going to somewhat draw the ire of the officials, and Griffith goes back to the line where he's 1 of 2.
And that one comes off. 7-point advantage for the Cardinals. Coming in is going to be Zach Feltner, and checking back in for South Laurel is going to be Braden Miller, Big Taylor, and also Anders comes out.
You know, it looked like there was a foul there, but right here, I don't think you see a foul. Okay, you saw a great shot by our man Freddie Hunt there. The foul might have been on the first block shot rather than the second one.
Second free throw is good by Griffith, and South moves up to an 8-point advantage. Up top.
Great defense out front.
Carter tries to split the defenders, goes up for it. Foul is going to be called, and Carter will go back to the free throw line. He is 1 of 2 tonight.
Well, certainly foul go against Zach Feltner there. I think Coach Davis going to tell his guys, we don't want to foul the jump shooter, okay? I mean, yes, he is a good shooter, but you always hate to see the foul. Fouling that jump shooter, giving splendid player like Carter an opportunity to go to the line and convert.
First one up and good by Carter. You now have another one. It's good, too. 3 of 4, Carter, in the opening quarter of play from the charity stripe, and the Cardinals maintain that 6-point advantage with the basketball as the seconds tick away from the first quarter. Free throw line, if Phelps takes it into the corner now.
Good ball movement. Probably need a little bit of reversal against this aggressive Letcher Central zone. Trying to get some moments in with the subs here, I guess, Earl, sort of salting the clock away.
Give some
on your
rest.
delay game.
Fast moving first quarter of play.
If you can come up with a stop here, if you're Letcher Central, I think you've got to be satisfied being down only 6 here in this first quarter.
Oh, I agree. Here's a long 3. It's up. It rims out. Rebound is going to be picked up by Collins, but just not enough time to get any set shot. After one, 17-11. The Cardinals up on the Cougars, the Mountain Classic.
Back in 1965, Subway's founders Fred DeLuca and Dr. Peter Buck teamed up with one simple mission.
Fresh sandwiches. I like it.
The idea seemed crazy in a time when artificial foods and gimmicks were all the rage. But roller skates didn't make food any fresher, and mascots didn't make it any tastier. As it turned out, Fred was right. Sandwiches made with freshly baked bread, fresh veggies, and delicious meats would stand the test of time. We were fresh before it was fresh to be fresh. The Subway Sandwich Shop, founded on fresh.
Sometimes it seems you spend your whole day on the go. But no matter where you go, you'll probably run into a Kentucky Farm Bureau agent. With agents in every Kentucky county, Farm Bureau is there for you. Pretty much wherever you are. Kentucky Farm Bureau, big on commitment.
Here's your story, let's begin. The water's fine, come on, dive in. The future's here, it's right before your eyes. You could be larger than life, bigger than the world, living out the hopes and dreams of every boy and every girl. You could fly higher than the sky, shine brighter than the stars. You could have all you ever wanted, shoot the moon and reach for Mars. You know you could.
Sign up for power outage alerts today by logging on to KentuckyPower.com.
Treatments invented at St. Jude have helped push the overall childhood cancer survival rate from 20% to more than 80% since it opened 50 years ago. And we won't stop until no child dies from cancer.
Because of you. Gracias a ti.
Because of you, there is St. Jude.
Second quarter play set to start, and Miss Lauren on the sidelines.
Listening to both coaches on out of that quarter, both of them, they decided to focus on defense. Coach Hammond said, stay smart and take your time, while Coach Davis said, we got to keep them off the foul line. Terrell Carter has already been to the foul line several times, and it's just in the first quarter, guys.
Action resumes into the quarter. Collins with it, and traveling going to be called. 18 seconds in.
Coach Robert Hammonds gets up to react about Wendell's traveling call, but he's the guy that informed me about that. Wendell's always going to get a travel call in early in the game. Get things lined out. Aggressive zone here by Letcher Central. Going to need some ball reversal against this zone, Earl.
Traveling on the opposite end now by the Cardinals. Miller comes back over to Letcher Central.
Can't get over how good the court looks.
Oh, it's wonderful.
Man, I tell you what. So, sometimes you can get those old floors and some dust gets on there and your tennis shoes sort of slip a little bit. That's not the case here.
No.
These guys are getting good traction.
You could actually see the shadow out there, the reflection, I should say.
Man, looks good.
Even I look 20 years younger on the floor. Shots up, no good by Carter.
Not going to be any offensive glass for the blue team here.
Quickly, opposite end, out of bounds, and stays Cardinal basketball.
Tell you, it gets a little tough. Our man Freddie Hunter with the camera, he handles it pretty smoothly, but Lauren's going to have to realize there's some guys coming sailing through there, okay?
Gonna get out of the way, right? And a near steal, but a foul is going to be called on Austin Banks, the 5'6" junior guard.
I think that's his second, isn't it?
Yep.
It's his third
foul.
Yeah. Tell you, be tough to lose that young man. Not a big guy, but he is the emotional leader. See this great feed down here, and Miller's going to take it to the hoop, and the foul is called.
Got inside, they elect not to shoot. Come back, top of the circle to Anders. Anders cross courts it to Grubb.
Gotta love the way the blue shirt's really aggressive, hustling.
Into Big Taylor. Off the glass, up and good.
Good job. Teammates looking for the big guy. You want to feed him, get him going so he can assert himself on both ends of the floor.
Back up to an 8-point advantage are the Cardinals. Down the lane to Carter, and he draws the foul once again. Carter has done a great job penetrating, getting to the free throw line.
That's what Coach Hammond wanted his guys to do. Carter has the speed off the dribble, and he'll get the second foul on Griffith. So a little bit of foul trouble there, and we'll see Coach Jeff Davis decides to leave Andrew in or perhaps drop him out. Right now, not hitting the foul shots the way we thought maybe they might.
Carter looks in at the second one. It's up and good. Now going to get a couple of fresh bodies in.
Number 20, John Carter, into the game for the Cougars.
Gregory Kinzer in, along with Jonathan Potter. Quickly. Doesn't take South long at all to get the ball back down the floor. A long shot up, no good. Battling for the board. Taylor's got it, no good, but a foul is going to be called. And Caleb Taylor will go to the free throw line.
It's a luxury to have a big guy on the inside like that. Braden Miller pulled the trigger. Ryan Anders kept the ball alive. And big Caleb Taylor, the 6'8" senior, looking for his 7th point. Another guy with a nice touch from the foul line.
Pure shooter, 20-12. South back up to an 8-point advantage. Second one is up. No, missed that one there. Front ends it. Rebound picked up by Carter. Down inside, all the way up and under. It's good by Carter.
It's his first bucket of the game. He hit some foul shots and now some full court pressure by Letcher Central.
And there's a near steal. Grubb able to go back and put it back. South's cut it to 6, and steps going to be called or a charge. We'll see.
I think they're going to get a charge there. Good job.
Zach Feltner will come in.
Let's take a look here. Their Deskins Motors instant replay. You're going to see Grubb come charging down, and the guys stand their ground. Ragland draws the charge.
Carter with a basketball up top, rolls down near the free throw line, tosses to the corner on the right side.
Hey, you got to make Carter give the ball up and then overplay like they're doing there.
Potter lost it, picked up by Anders. Shots up, no good, but a foul is going to be called on Ryan Anders. A sophomore will go to the free throw line.
You saw Ryan Anders charge there, and our man Freddie Hunt able to smoothly move out of the way, as well as Lauren Cash. And Ryan will go to the line looking for his 4th point, but he did a good job overplaying Carter on that last particular trip. Watch here, you're going to see Anders come through, and they come right at Freddie.
And Freddie don't move. The man of steel stays intact.
I got you, man.
And he got the shot. No good. A rebound picked up by Carter. Carter takes it down inside off the glass. It rolls in there. And just like that, they've cut it back down to 5 now.
You can certainly see why.
And Big Taylor gets behind that defense, Jim, and catches it. And once he gets it down that low on the block, he's awfully tough to stop.
Well, you can see why Carter's ranked the #1 player in the 14th region. You have to make him give that ball up, and then you're going to have to overplay.
Cougars with it up top. Ragland handed off to Carter now. He comes back to take it.
Coach Hammond signals the players to get away from him. He wants his man Carter to operate.
Opposite a quarter now, back to Ragland. Ragland will try to penetrate, or excuse me, make that Potter.
Sometimes you want to bring a guy up for a pick, but you got to realize he brings his defensive man up as well.
Now Carter will fire along when it's no good, and Taylor will get the rebound for South Laurel. And the Cardinals got it. Grubb down inside, puts it up, no good, but a foul is going to be called. No whistle on that one on Elijah Ragland, the 6-foot sophomore.
Now the number 22, Elijah Ragland, is 13-8.
23-16 as going to the line is going to be Grubb for the free throws here. We'll have a media timeout coming up in just a moment. Did a nice shot there of Grubb, and Jared Grubb, 6'1" junior. First one is up and good.
Jared has 4 points in the game. Another one of these explosive scorers for South Laurel. If he gets it going, he can fill it up in a hurry, Earl.
Can nail it down from just about anywhere on the floor, and he nails the second one. It's 25-16 as South up by 9. The Mountain Classic on this TV and WYMT.com.
Let's get some pasta. Oh, no, sweetie. That's a really good price. Yeah. Well, no. It's a glass. This is also on sale. It is. You might be onto something.
Finding great prices at Food City is child's play. This week, get Food City fresh chicken breast tenders, $1.99 a pound. Coke 6-packs are 5 for $10. And DiGiorno pizzas are buy one, get one free.
Value every day. Food City.
Hello, friends. This is Dr. Ralph Stanley.
And this is Ralph Stanley II. And I am proud to be following my dad's footsteps.
The law firm of Wolf, Williams, and Reynolds have been representing coal miners and their families for almost 40 years.
Go see the fine folks at Wolf, Williams, and Reynolds. They live in these mountains and they understand.
They will fight for you.
Tim Short is East Kentucky's fastest growing auto group. Built on a philosophy of great customer service and contributing to the local economy makes us the dealer customers keep coming back to. With 13 locations throughout the region, representing all of the American manufacturers and the most popular top quality pre-owned vehicles. Take the short drive to Hazard, Whitesburg, Manchester, Pikeville, London, Corbin, Middlesboro, Winchester, Moorhead, and beyond. Choose Tim Short Auto Group for a no-hassle deal on your next vehicle.
Wouldn't it be nice if someone made Mom's life easier? Someone on call when the kids get sick. Someone with the perfect dinner idea. A team of fellow dog walkers, potty trainers, and tantrum tamers. Someone who listens, who understands, who lends a hand. Wouldn't it be nice if moms didn't have to do it all on their own? At Moms Every Day, we're making Mom's life easier.
Mountain Classic trivia. What player holds the record for field goals made in a single quarter, half, and game? You see your choices, Mr. Frazier. And the dean of the crew knows this.
Yeah, it's D. Matt Day in one of the great performances of all time in the Mountain Classic.
We had that game, if I'm not mistaken, together.
So we'll see answer to follow, but I'm pretty confident in that one.
Down inside,
Good
South
feed.
blocked in there by Carter. They lose it opposite end, and here come the Cardinals back. Down inside the corner, Grubb fires along, but it's off no good, and Taylor had it, lost it out of bounds momentarily, and Laurel to catch is over there.
Guys, out of that timeout, Coach Hammonds for Letcher County Central really wanted them to focus in on defense and getting the rebounds and not letting it being tapped around inside the paint. And on offense, they have to have some continuity. And he specifically told Terrell Carter he's got to calm down. He said, I know your shot. You've taken a few of them. You didn't even look comfortable shooting. And then he said, no silly turnovers. There's plenty of time in this game, even with the deficit right now at 9, guys.
Collins, a nice trip to the bucket that time. Got the shot up and cuts it back down to 7.
So many teams do the Clay County stuff that Bobby Keith did. You saw there last trip, the double stacks on the low post. Good play by the big man Collins to put it home. Letcher Central aggressive in this zone defense. As you see Collins, he has to slough back on the inside against Taylor. Taylor has 9 points in the game.
That's going to be a foul on the Cardinals. Over the back is going to be Feltner. And it comes back over to Letcher Central. And Central has got to cut back down to 7 out. A chance to continue.
That should be the bonus, right? That's the 7th team foul.
7th team foul on South, and Letcher Central already has committed 8.
In my unofficial statistics, I have Carter as the only guy who shot foul shots for Letcher Central. So you'll see Jordan Gregory here. He had 2 points in the first quarter. He'll be looking to cut into this South Laurel lead. An important finish of the last couple of minutes here of this second quarter. If Letcher could cut down that lead maybe in half, 3-4 point game going into the second half, they'd have to consider that a victory.
2 up and good, and Letcher Central pass cut it back down to 5 now. South with the basketball.
I didn't really figure this full court pressure would be successful, but they're doing some good things with it.
Shots up no good, and the rebound this time is pulled off with authority from Tyler Collins. Carter's got it up top, down inside. Blocked in there by Taylor.
Good job by both guys. Big guy running the floor, Earl.
Puts it up and good by Taylor. 11 points for him in his first half of play.
Showing that speed that you said he had, Earl, as the big guy runs the floor after making the big block.
2 in a row for Taylor on the opposite end. But again, you have to like Hammonds. Coach Hammonds and company going straight right down the middle, taking it to the big man.
Have to.
You got to in that situation in hopes of either getting the bucket or drawing the foul.
Transition defense, something Letcher Central is going to be really good at throughout this year, but that time off the steal, South looks to push. You know, a lot of times you have a big guy, or you don't really look to push, but the Cardinals have such skilled players on the perimeter. They can get it and go with it and convert. Get an easy shot.
First free throws up, and it no good. Ryan Anders, a 6'4" sophomore, looks in at the second one, and he makes that one count. South back up to an 8-point lead.
Tell you, doing a good job defensively on Carter. Carter has only 2 baskets, 2 baskets in this second quarter. Didn't get a bucket in the first quarter.
Carter takes it, and now Carter is going to be fouled by Anders, and that's the 8th team foul on the Cardinals. Ed Carter will go back to the free throw line.
Gotta hit these. Letcher doesn't have the luxury of missing the foul shots. 1-and-1 opportunity here. If you miss the first, tough.
It's up and good. Carter, just a junior.
Unofficially have him with 10 points right now.
He looks in at the second one here. It's up and it's good.
Number 5. Oscar Carter checks in for Letcher Central.
South inbounding the basketball and a grub. Here come the Cardinals over to Anders. Dubs takes it back to Anders. Anders takes it down the lane. Squares away, no good. Rebound is scooped up by the Cougars. Kinser back into the contest. Now Letcher. They've got to cut to 6 and can cut it down even closer. Collins' free throw line jump shot won't fall. Kinser, an incredible job with the board.
Some guys coming off the bench here making an impact.
They got it down to 6.
6-point spread. They'll flatten out on the baseline. In that aggressive delay game, Coach Hammonds wanting the timeout here right in front of us. And he'll do the 30-second number. 28-22, 6-point lead for the South Laurel Cardinals.
We have timeout, Letcher Central.
Letcher will try to work a play here, Jim, to get a score. And you mentioned at the top of the broadcast, if they can play within 4, 6, 8 points going in the locker room, you would have to feel that that would be some sort of success in the eyes of Letcher Central.
I think so. And You see Coach Jeff Davis there going over the instructions with his guys. They played aggressive defense here. Had the lead 17-11 at the end of the first quarter. The Letcher Central zone defense has given them problems, kind of bottled up this explosive offense of the Cardinals. Coach
Shot
Hammonds
there, yeah.
goes over the instructions here. Not sure why the officials aren't making him come out to play, but
they do now.
Yeah, break the huddle.
Got to get everything in extra that you can, Jim.
Yeah.
For the instruction, and here we go. 23 ticks remains in the first half of play. At a 6-point advantage for the Cardinals. Popping the ball in play. It's going to be Ragland. And here come the Cougars. That's Austin Cottle. Cottle with 3 fouls. Comes to Carter. And I'm sure that's whose hands they want the ball in. They set the pick for him, unable to free him up, though. As the clock rolls now.
Playing zone here so Carter can get his jump shot off.
He'll fire from 3, and that is the half. At the half, South Laurel Cardinals 28, Letcher Central 22. A 6-point lead for South Laurel. And I think our Lauren Cash is trying to get up with Coach Robert Hammonds of the Letcher County Central Cougars. And she will have Coach out there.
All right, Coach, heading into the locker room, down 6 to a team that's got quite a bit more size than you. What did you like out of your team maybe in the second quarter once you finally kind of got them to calm down?
Yeah, we've just got to block out a little bit better. And we did a pretty good job about, rebounding there for a while. We missed a couple blocks. They are big, and, that's the reason they're 12 in the state and 1 in the 13th region. We've just got to get some better shots on offense and calm down a little bit on that side, I think, a little bit more, too.
Yeah, second half adjustments. What are you going to tell them in the locker room?
Well, one, we're in foul trouble, and that's something we didn't probably anticipate a little bit. We got to draw them out on the floor a little bit more, try to get some more pick and rolls, try to get them to come out and play us one-on-one defense a little bit more. Maybe we can set our press up.
Awesome. Thank you, Coach.
Good job, Lauren. Good job as we have our statistics being passed to us here, Earl, by our man Manus Blair and the Letcher Central folks. So we're going to sound like we know what we're doing here at the halftime show.
Oh, we do. We do. It's the Mountain Classic. South Laurel Cardinals lead the Letcher County Central Cougars at the half.
Back in 1965, Subway's founders Fred DeLuca and Dr. Peter Buck teamed up with one simple mission.
Fresh sandwiches. I like it.
The idea seemed crazy in a time when artificial foods and gimmicks were all the rage. But roller skates didn't make food any fresher, and mascots didn't make it any tastier. As it turned out, Fred was right. Sandwiches made with freshly baked bread, fresh veggies, and delicious meats would stand the test of time. We were fresh before it was fresh to be fresh. The Subway Sandwich Shop, founded on fresh.
Sign up for power outage alerts today by logging on to KentuckyPower.com.
Treatments invented at St. Jude have helped push the overall childhood cancer survival rate from 20% to more than 80% since it opened 50 years ago. And we won't stop until no child dies from cancer.
Because of you. Gracias a ti.
Because of you, there is St. Jude.
Sometimes it seems you spend your whole day on the go. But no matter where you go, you'll probably run into a Kentucky Farm Bureau agent. With agents in every Kentucky county, Farm Bureau is there for you. Pretty much wherever you are. Kentucky Farm Bureau, big on commitment.
See the pull-up jumper. Looking good, kid. Take a breather. You look better than ever out there.
Thanks, Coach. How are we looking this year?
Incredibly smart, talented, and man, are they dedicated. Might be the best team ever. How about you guys?
Gilhart Institute and ARH. Now that's the best team ever.
With some of the country's top physicians and nurses right here in Kentucky, you can get the expert care you need close to home. That's the Gilhart Institute at UK Healthcare. That's ARH. That's why we're here.
At the half, sponsored by Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance. And at the half, it is 28-22, a 6-point lead for the Cardinals of South Laurel.
Great game here early, Earl. I think, we've gotten some statistics sort of passed along to us. Maybe one of the ones that is somewhat stunning. South Laurel leading in the rebounding battle by only 4.
That is
17-13.
That is stunning.
You really have seen a Letcher Central team, I think, overachieve here. Coach Hammonds has his guys playing really well on defense.
Absolutely. It's one of the things he talked about with Laurel now is he was going to locker room to do a better job, in particular rebounding and boxing out. And sometimes it's hard to box out a kid 6'8", Jim, and another one on the wing at 6'6". But you got to give him a lot of credit. You look at the stat, 4 rebound differential. That stat is amazing.
Yeah. And I think for Coach Jeff Davis, he's got his guys playing pretty well in their first appearance ever in the Mountain Classic. It is a little bit different. Teams come at you pretty hard, as evidenced with what Letcher Central has done. They played in this tournament a number of times. They came at South Laurel hard, but just a tough situation here defensively on the inside, matching up with Caleb Taylor. He is, as well as Terrell Carter, the leading scorers in this game with 11 points.
Awesome first half of play, and I'm sure that the second half will not be a letdown whatsoever. Got another game coming up, Jim, after this one here at Buckhorn. And Harlan County are going to do battle here in the Mountain Classic. Just a lot of excitement here this year. The Kentucky Farm Bureau at the half. And you see the score, a 6-point advantage for the Cardinals currently of South Laurel.
Well, they do a great job. And you talk about this second game. John Noble, Mike Jones, a couple of guys you are intimately familiar with as they try to battle one another as their teams try to get into that second round, the semifinals of the Mountain Classic. I think the Friday night semifinals, something really special here. Thing that's been going on for 29 years, Earl.
29 years. I can remember it as it was yesterday on the first ever Mountain Classic. It was a very, very big thing for a lot of us high school kids back in the day. Now, sir, you say your answer is D, Matt Day Buckhorn, and of course the dean, Jim Frazier, is right.
Well, sometimes there's the old saying, even the blind squirrel gets an acorn now and then, and that happens with me occasionally.
At least
Day, what a performance.
Great score back in the day. And you didn't go for curtain 3 or you're not going to win a 76 Subaru, but hey, listen, you've been nailing the trivia questions, You've been nailing them, and that's a great thing. Kentucky Farm Bureau at the half. It's 28-22. Cardinals up with the lead at the Mountain Classic on this TV and WYMT.com.
Get on your computer or mobile device. Because of all the great Toyota deals out there, most are not seen on TV. That's why you need to visit buyatoyota.com for a huge selection of savings offers that couldn't possibly fit in a TV commercial, including 0% financing, great lease deals, and 2-year no-cost maintenance. So get on your computer or mobile device and go to buyatoyota.com, Toyota's official website for deals. Toyota, let's go places.
Here's your story, let's begin. The water's fine, come on, dive in. The future's here, it's right before your eyes. You could be larger than life, bigger than the world, living out the hopes and dreams of every boy and every girl. You could fly higher than the sky, shine brighter than the stars. You could have all you ever wanted, shoot the moon and reach for Mars. You know you could.
Banking has changed over the years, but the Bank of Hindman still has the same values and traditions they've been serving the people of Knott County with since 1903. The Bank of Hindman offers regular and interest-bearing checking accounts and various types of saving plans, including CDs and IRAs, all paying competitive rates of interest. The Bank of Hindman also offers mortgages for building, remodeling, or purchasing a new home, and you can take advantage of the convenience of internet banking, pay bills, check balances, and more. The Bank of Hindman. We're the only bank you'll ever need.
Wouldn't it be nice if someone made Mom's life easier? Someone on call when the kids get sick. Someone with the perfect dinner idea. A team of fellow dog walkers, potty trainers, and tantrum tamers. Someone who listens, who understands, who lends a hand. Wouldn't it be nice if moms didn't have to do it all on their own? At Moms Every Day, we're making Mom's life easier.
little bit over a minute, Jim Frazier, and we will start the third quarter of action tonight as they win the South leads 28-22. It's number 1 and number 8 squaring off against each other in this matchup. South Laurel Cardinals number 1 and the Mountain Top 10, and these Cougars in at number 8. And it's going to be interesting to see how they transcend into the second half of play. And South kind of, I don't want to say cold, but shots not falling that normally fall. And, you know, I don't want to say hoopla because this is a team that has lived under the spotlight.
Yeah.
But this is a big moment for your first time, and there's got to be a few jitters that come with it. This is a big dance that you're going to.
Yeah.
In the mountains. I mean, it truly is. And for high school basketball, there is no better in-season tournament than what is put on here in the Mountain Classic. It always has been and always will be the marquee matchup tournament. So sometimes, you know, in the back of your mind, Jim, you have to have just a little bit of that there. And it sometimes takes a couple of games to get that worked out.
It does, Earl. And I think, you know, in particular for our Mountain Classic, what you've got to realize, these kids, be they a scholarship recipient or a player, a cheerleader, or just a fan, they've grown up with the Mountain Classic. Okay, it's been going their entire life, so they're expecting this type of exposure. And we go down to our sideline reporter, Lauren Cash, with an update. Lauren?
Well, guys, talking to Coach Davis as he's walking out of the locker room, he was highly complimentary of Letcher Central and how they've kind of taken Caleb Taylor and Jared Grubb out of the game, and then also Andrew Griffith in foul trouble, only playing in the first quarter. But he also said what they've got to do defensively is they can't guard the foul line. They can't keep letting Terrell Carter get up, drive to the basket, and get to the free throw line for those extra points, guys.
Interesting to see. The chess match will begin here in the third quarter of play, and we will find out exactly where we stand here, Jim, with the two teams. A 6-point lead for the Cardinals currently.
Really haven't had a whole lot of turnovers in the game. Only 4 for Letcher Central, 3 for South Laurel. Offensive glass basically non-existent for Letcher Central, as we knew that. Only 2 offensive rebounds, but 6 offensive rebounds for South Laurel. Can they push the ball, get it up on the glass, and simply go get it and put it in, Earl?
South will have it. Grubb takes it across the court. Back to Griffith up top of the key. Anders looks underneath. Grubb will work down the baseline. That is where the kid is dangerous at. Comes to Griffith, whips cross court. Long one by Anders. Hits out of there. Rebound picked up momentarily by Griffith. Saved in bounds, but saved to Taylor, but a good hustle. No, they're going to say already out of bounds. Comes back over to Letcher Central.
Evidently a last touch by Andrew Griffith there. Looked like it was going to drop for Anders. It was about halfway, 3/4 down. Kicks back out. Now Letcher Central with a chance to slice into this lead. Anders trying to overplay Terrell Carter. Terrell, the leading scorer for Letcher Central in that first half with 11. Got to make him give up the basketball, Earl, and then overplay, try to keep him from getting it again.
It's often been said the first 3 minutes of that second half is very pivotal, and this is a pivotal time for these Cougars. You got a chance here, Jim, to get it as close as you've had it since early first quarter.
Good defense by Taylor as he comes up to shut down the shooter.
But man, this South Laurel defense is turned up currently. Carter will take it down. A kick in the corner. Here's a long one. Good if it goes. It's off. Rebound Taylor.
Taylor has the good position, or a weak side. Watch himself make himself available for the entry feed.
Long shot off the mark again, and South able to get the long ball. That long rebound back up to Anders now.
South getting a couple of offensive rebounds here early in this third quarter. Neither team has scored a couple of minutes in.
Until now, and Grubb nails one from downtown, a 3-point goal, and it's back up to a 9-point lead for the Cougars.
Jared Grubb with 8 points, 2 3-pointers. Letcher Central with only 1 3-pointer in the game. That coming by Banks in the first quarter. Kind of thought they might need a few 3-pointers to drop to stay in this game.
Nice teardrop, but it doesn't fall for Gregory, and here come the Cardinals with the rebound. Griffith rocks into Taylor. He can't hang on to it. A little bit too low of a pass to a big man.
Yeah. Would have been a good catch by Griffith there. He's trying to make himself available for that toss. You get it down in that knees around the ankles. Tough catch. Good idea by Griffith, but the turnover gives it to Letcher Central.
Trying to cut into this 9-point lead, and only one field goal made by either team here in the third quarter of play. Long one up, it's good. A 3-point goal.
A 3-point goal, Jordan.
7 for Gregory. Nails that one.
Good realization by Carter. The defense is going at him so hard. If he'll kick it back out when he gets it, it's going to be an open opportunity.
Into Taylor. Taylor comes back out on the wing, long three. That one is up and good. Miller nails that one, and now we've been swapping trifectas, both ends of the court.
Braden's first basket of the game. Good give up.
Nice spin move in there. A block by Taylor, but a foul is going to be called.
Number 44, Taylor. Is second, team first.
And now Tyler Collins will go to the line. Got 4 points in the game, looking for his 5th point, trying to cut into this South lead.
And he does so. Trim it back down to 8 now. Second one doesn't fall, and way up high for the board is Anders. Anders with the basketball, spins into the front court.
Good defense out front.
Here's another long one. It's off the mark, no good. Taylor with a board, but over the back, and that's 2 quick ones on Taylor. 34-26, South Laurel leads it by 8, and we'll have a pause and be back and resume the third quarter of play for the Mountain Classic on this TV and WYMT.com.
Established in 1913, Wayne Supply has been a trademark and a model for all other equipment companies. For over 100 years, Wayne Supply has offered good-paying jobs in Kentucky and a vision of growth to many people in our Commonwealth. Wayne Supply has given back in many ways, such as being a founding sponsor of the Wayne Supply Mountain Classic, which has generated over $2.5 million in money given to students in Eastern Kentucky. From last century to this one, Wayne Supply continues their commitment to serve the people of Eastern Kentucky.
Sign up for power outage alerts today by logging on to KentuckyPower.com.
Treatments invented at St. Jude have helped push the overall childhood cancer survival rate from 20% to more than 80% since it opened 50 years ago. And we won't stop until no child dies from cancer.
Because of you. Gracias a ti.
Because of you, there is St. Jude.
See the pull-up jumper. Looking good, kid. Take a breather. You look better than ever out there.
Thanks, Coach. How are we looking this year?
Incredibly smart, talented, and man, are they dedicated. Might be the best team ever. How about you guys?
Gilhart Institute and ARH. Now that's the best team ever.
With some of the country's top physicians and nurses right here in Kentucky, you can get the expert care you need close to home. That's the Gilhart Institute at UK Healthcare. That's ARH. That's why we're here.
Wolf, Williams, and Reynolds have been representing coal miners and their families for over 30 years. If you need representation for Social Security, disability, personal injury, auto accident, workers' compensation, and of course, black lung benefits, give them a call at 1-800-446-0167. Stop by and see them and tell them Ralph 2 sent you.
34-26 as we are set for a resumption of the third quarter of play here for the Mountain Classic. Jim Frazier, Earl Owens, and Lauren Cash as we have basketball in game one, and Miss Lauren.
And mainly on offense out of that timeout, saying they really need to attack in the paint, and then telling them to focus in on this last quarter and a half of basketball. It's only an 8-point game, and they expect it to be a little bit further and a little bit more physical, and he specifically talked to Caleb Taylor. He wanted to see him be a little bit more aggressive on the offensive side, guys.
Steps called, and the Cardinals get the basketball back on the Cougar turnover, and here comes the defense stepping up for Letcher. Grubb left open. That one's going to be off the mark, no good, and Grubb gets his on a rebound. It's loose on the floor. We got a scramble for it, tie-up, and the Cougars will get the basketball.
Letcher Central really playing aggressive. Saw the blue shirts hit the ground for it, and they'll bring it the length of the court. As of yet, no fouls on Letcher Central. Here Coach Hammond's talked about a little bit of foul trouble in that first half, but they're getting it done defensively here without the foul problems.
Carter in the corner, passes off long with up, no good. Collins with the board up, no good. Crashing the board underneath, shots up, blocked in there by Taylor this time. And the Cardinals will pull it out.
One of the few trips, though, they got the offensive glass, but the big guy on the inside alters the shots even when he doesn't block them. Empty trip for Letcher.
Foul is going to be called on Ragland on the opposite end of the court. South clinging to an 8-point advantage, and checking back in for the Cardinals is going to be Blake Phelps.
Now Ragland commits his second foul, first team foul. So Letcher can be aggressive. Played zone primarily this entire game as it sort of sloughs back on the inside. That's where you're opening the opportunity for the three-point baskets for South Laurel. They have 5 in the game. Getting some good looks from the perimeter.
Shot is up, it's off, no good. Rebound picked up by the Cougars, and they rush it down opposite end. The leaner, it's no good, but a foul is going to be called. They'll call a charge, it looks like, on Gregory.
Blake Phelps kind of doing the only thing he can do there as he hustles back. Draws the charge on Gregory. Gregory gets a little bit out of control. Coach Hammonds didn't like the call.
Austin DeCottle will check back in, and coming out will be Austin Banks.
Let's take a look here at our Deskins Motors instant replay, and pretty good positioning there by number 2, Blake Phelps.
South opposite end, Griffith with a basketball, and it's deflected. Picked up in there by Gregory. Gregory down the lane, double pump, no good. Griffith with a rebound. I think both these teams having some problems shooting the ball here in the game tonight. Tossed away, and Carter got the steal, and now will carry the basketball, or palming, if you will, on the opposite end. So coming back and forth on turnovers.
Couple of empty trips there for Letcher when they had some great opportunities. The left-hander Gregory took it to the hoop on the right-hand side, but couldn't twist it left-handed and put it in.
Underneath, they're running. Taylor kisses it off the glass. It's up and good.
Beautiful feed by Griffith. He sees the big guy lonesome on the inside. Gets it to him for 2. 10-point lead, biggest lead of the game for South Laurel right now.
At the 2-minute mark, down inside, Carter to the block, gets his rebound blocked again, and Taylor just pulls it out of the air, and a foul is going to be called on Taylor.
You saw Tyler Collins there. There was some action down underneath the hoop, and that will be the 4th foul on Caleb Taylor. He will exit as Feltner returns. And Coach Hammonds, you talked about it from the open, Earl. Take it at the big guy. It's the only answer. That's what they've done, and they've got him out of the game now with 4 fouls.
Inbounding is going to be Kinser back in, and to Carter. It's up and good.
Carter's first basket of this second half. He's got 13 in the game, but without the presence of the big guy to swat it away, he took a calm shot, put it home.
Down the lane, off the glass. It's up and good by Grubb.
Grubb with 10 now.
Into Collins. Collins spin move, no good, but a foul is going to be called on Griffith. And at the line is going to be Collins. Third foul on Griffith, the other big player for South on that perimeter.
Tell you, Coach Hammonds has got a good team here, an overachieving type team, not a lot of size. Haven't had great success at the foul line. They were 9 of 12 in the first half.
Collins will get ready for the second one here. It is up, and it's good by Collins, and gets it back down to single digits now.
Collins has 6 on the game.
Here come the Cardinals.
Yes, full court pressure by Letcher Central is giving some problems.
Grubb up to Phelps. Knocked away by Kinser. It stays South ball.
See what Jeff Davis draws up for his guys here. He doesn't have the post presence with Taylor on the inside. They'll kind of spread guys behind the arc.
Down the lane, and Griffith, a shot is up, but he pushed inside before the shot.
It's only the third team foul, so it'll be inbounds from the end zones. You see Jeff Davis there in the shot directing traffic. Nobody guarding the inbounds.
Comes into Grubb. Grubb cross court over to Anders. Under a minute now.
Love the way South Laurel gets the presence, gets the movement of the players away from the basketball.
Griffith, a nice jumper. It's up and good.
9 points for Andrew.
South back up to a double-digit lead. It's up and good. Just a 2. Kinser back down to single digits again. Anders into the corner. Pass to Phelps. Back up to Anders. It appears the Cardinals could hold for the final one here, Jim. Starting to let a little bit of air out of the basketball. They have a 9-point lead, led by 6 at the half.
So you push that lead up 3 points. You've got the ball. Your big guys sitting with 4 fouls, so they'll go for 1 here. Good cross court.
Anders, a nice 3. It doesn't fall. Rebound picked up, knocked loose, and South picks it back up, and Anders no good. After 3, South leads a 40-31. The Mountain Classic on this TV and WYMT.com.
Get on your computer or mobile device. Because of all the great Toyota deals out there, most are not seen on TV. That's why you need to visit buyatoyota.com for a huge selection of savings offers that couldn't possibly fit in a TV commercial, including 0% financing, great lease deals, and 2-year no-cost maintenance. So get on your computer or mobile device and go to buyatoyota.com, Toyota's official website for deals. Toyota, let's go places.
Let's get some pasta. Oh, no, sweetie. That's a really good price. Yeah. What? No. It's a glass. This is also on sale. It is. You might be onto something.
Finding great prices at Food City is child's play. This week get Food City fresh chicken breast tenders, $1.99 a pound. Coke 6-packs are 5 for $10. And DiGiorno pizzas are buy one, get one free.
Value every day. Food City.
It's a new year, so why not start it off by getting a great deal on a brand new smartphone from Appalachian Wireless? All this month, you can get the 32-gig Samsung GS6 for just $0.01 when you sign up for service. One of the most beautifully crafted and sophisticated smartphones to date, it's easy to see why the GS6 has outsold all other Androids the world over. And all this month, it can be yours for just $0.01 with service. Better service, bigger savings. That's today's Appalachian Wireless.
Sometimes it seems you spend your whole day on the go. But no matter where you go, you'll probably run into a Kentucky Farm Bureau agent. With agents in every Kentucky county, Farm Bureau is there for you, pretty much wherever you are. Kentucky Farm Bureau, big on commitment.
You see Caleb Taylor, 16 points. He's averaging double-double, 11 plus rebounds there, Jim, on the season, and 6'8", a vital part.
Tell you, 5 rebounds in that first half and about 4, I'm going to guess, before he picked up his 4th foul.
Nice move by Griffith, doesn't fall. Collins comes out on the rebound.
Now as we get into this critical 4th quarter of play, can Letcher make some big plays here? Get back in this game. A 9-point spread. That's only the 5th team foul. So South has another one to give. But big Caleb Taylor arrested on the bench with 4 personal fouls.
And Taylor is back up, coming up to the, well, he's going back to the bench now. Looked as if he was going to come to the scorer's table and try to check back in, but. And Carter, their leaner no good, but Carter is going to be fouled and go to the line.
Good job by Letcher Central there to get the ball in the hands of Terrell Carter. He's got 13 points in the game, averages 30, gets fouled here, so now a chance to cut into that lead with no time elapsing.
First one is up by Carter, and it's no good. It's something that Letcher Central has not had a lot of luck with tonight. That's been at the free throw line.
You know, Earl, over the last couple of days, we've seen so many shots spin out here. And if I might say that the rims at Clay County a lot of times a little bit more friendly with rimming shots like that than they are here at Knott.
Second one is up and good by Carter.
It's amazing what a little screwdriver can do sometimes.
Down inside, off the glass, shot is up and good. And a nice play by Blake Phelps. Gets his first bucket here. Long bomb, no good, and long rebound picked up by Griffith. South leads by 10. They have the basketball.
Tough to try to get your press set up after a made shot, but you saw hustle to get back in transition.
Phelps lost the handle on it, picked up by Griffith.
It's an over and back.
Over and back, comes back over Letcher Central.
Jeff Davis, you saw there react. He's got a good thick head of hair. It's not long, but it's a good thick head of hair there as he reacts. Number 1 needs to take some shots here, Earl. You see they've got some guys on the high post. They want to run some picks. What a
down the lane. Beautiful move by Carter. Gets it up and good. And again, it's back down to 8 single digits. A near steal. It's picked back up by the Cardinals. Grubb into the corner. Now top of the key. Grubb takes it down the lane all the way up and under. No good, but a foul is going to be called out on the floor on the Cougars, and that will be their 4th team foul.
Number 11, Austin Banks, is 4th.
Yep, Austin Banks with his 4th personal foul there. Young man really brings some intensity to the game for the blue shirts.
Braden Miller set to check back in a moment.
Yeah, coach is going to try to rest Austin here for a big push down the stretch.
Grubb is going to get the first one up and good.
Braden Miller into the game for South Laurel with number 10.
Grubb has 11 points, Griffith with 9, Taylor with 13 for South Laurel. They've been pretty balanced.
Second one up and good by Grubb.
There's the guy who's going to handle it for the blue shirts right there.
Down the lane he goes, flushed out of the paint, draws back now top of the key, to the hands of Gregory.
Gregory can hit the outside jumper, Earl.
He takes it under, it's knocked loose and unable to hang on to it. Comes back over to South with a 10-point lead, 44-34.
South is able to win this game, their very first Mountain Classic game. They will be doing it without Caleb Taylor really on the floor here in this 4th quarter. That's going to be a thing that's going to help them experience-wise in the Mountain Classic.
Anders up top. See Letcher Central applying the pressure, and steps going to be called. The defense gets the turnover and a chance to cut it back down to 8 now.
Good call by official Joey Dotson. Right in front of the South Laurel bench. Not so easy to call traveling in front of the other team's bench, but Joey hits him with the travel. It's a good call. Now Letcher with an opportunity to cut into the lead. I think they're a little more successful when they put Carter up at the top and give him a chance to get the ball between the circles.
And a near turnover by the Cougars. Opposite end. South now applying their pressure, Jim.
Anders heavy overplay, and once Carter gets it, he should try to maneuver.
Down the lane, off the glass, it's up and good. Ty Carter does the very thing you said he should do, and they've cut it back down to 8 now.
Just a junior, Earl. He's going to be back for another year.
Grubb, no look inside. It's knocked loose. Carter comes out packed with it. Carter down the lane, off the glass, no good, but a foul is going to be called, and Carter will go back to the free throw line, and at the 5:12 mark have a chance to put it back down to 6.
Letcher Central just won't go away, and Coach Jeff Davis will call timeout. We're due immediate timeout in just 12 seconds, so Jeff using that college experience, Earl, he's going to get some extra time and a little bit of an extra blow for his guys. On the other side, Letcher Central, their kids are playing so hard in this ball game, Earl.
Going after ever loose basketball. Deskin Motors instant replay here. You see the last trip down, Jim.
And Carter takes it right as a defense. Anders tries to do something, but can't do it. Carter puts it home off the glass. He can really elevate. We talked about it, Earl. Just a junior. He's going to be back for another year, as well as a number of these Letcher Central Cougars. So, of course, Letcher Central, a team that has been in this Mountain Classic a number of times. Coach Robert Hammonds has had his guys in the semifinals before, and that's what they're playing for here, a berth in the first Friday semifinal.
And at number 8 in the Mountain Top 10, 9-3 on the season. And again, an opportunity here to cut it back down to a deficit of 6, and 5 minutes and 12 seconds is an eternity in high school basketball. That is a long, long time. We have seen some thrilling and exciting moments of games that have been won. Teams come from behind in this classic. Last second shots, incredible.
That was also Feltner's 4th personal foul. You see number 32 there picking up the 4th one.
Carter's first one is up, and it's good. As the old saying goes, make hay while the sun is shining, and that's what the Cougars have to do now.
Carter looking for his 20th point, averages 30 on the year. You can see why. Smooth offensive player.
Yes, he is.
Now this full court pressure, I wouldn't have anticipated would have given South Laurel problems, but it has.
Deflection. It's going to be off of Gregory. Remains Cardinal basketball.
Which Robert Hammonds wanted the call, wanted his guys to have it back. It won't be the case as Tim Trent looks. It's going to be South ball.
Side court out are the Cardinals putting it in. Grubb tosses. Back over to Hanson Miller, back to Grubb.
Miller had the open 3, decided not to go for it.
Down the lane he goes, count the bucket, and will have a shot at the old-fashioned 3.
Well, Braden had the open 3-pointer on the wing, decides to go ahead, move the offense, gets it at the top of the key, takes it right at the basket, draws the foul, hits the hoop. 5 points in the game, looking for number 6.
It's up and it's good. Deskin Motors, instant replay here as he takes it down inside, got the hoop and the harm it counted as we have 4:51 left in the ball game. The Mountain Classic on this TV and WYMT.com.
Sign up for power outage alerts today by logging on to KentuckyPower.com.
Treatments invented at St. Jude have helped push the overall childhood cancer survival rate from 20% to more than 80% since it opened 50 years ago. And we won't stop until no child dies from cancer.
Because of you. Gracias a ti.
Because of you, there is St. Jude.
Established in 1913, Wayne Supply has been a trademark and a model for all other equipment companies. For over 100 years, Wayne Supply has offered good-paying jobs in Kentucky and a vision of growth to many people in our Commonwealth. Wayne Supply has given back in many ways, such as being a founding sponsor of the Wayne Supply Mountain Classic, which has generated over $2.5 million in money given to students in eastern Kentucky. From last century to this one, Wayne Supply continues their commitment to serve the people of eastern Kentucky.
Hello, friends. This is Dr. Ralph Stanley.
And this is Ralph Stanley II, and I am proud to be following my dad's footsteps.
The law firm of Wolf, Williams, and Reynolds have been representing coal miners and their families for almost 40 years.
Go see the fine folks at Wolf, Williams, and Reynolds. They live in these mountains, and they understand.
They will fight for you.
It's your community. It's where you live, where you work, and where you play. And for over 100 years, Community Trust Bank has been there as a trusted partner for all your financial needs. With locations throughout Kentucky, West Virginia, and Tennessee, we are looking forward to working with you to build an even brighter future for you and your community. We are Community Trust Bank, building communities built on trust.
4 minutes and 51 seconds remains in the first boys game of the night. South Laurel up with the lead. Letcher Central with the basketball.
Good overplay in the corner. Coach Davis electing to leave the big boy Taylor on the bench as long as this unit right here playing so effectively, Earl.
And their lead is back up to 9. Bluffing the three, penetrating down the lane, no good. Rebound, loose on the floor, and out with it is Griffith up to Grubb. It's Grubb and Carter. Now here come the blue jerseys quickly for Central. At the free throw line, Griffith kicks. Now back to Miller. Didn't take the shot.
Good realization by the Cardinals.
Anders will pop it. It's no good. Rebound, Kinser. Carter down the lane. Shot is blocked, but a foul is going to be called, and Carter back to the free throw line. And again, an opportunity to get it back down to 7 now. 3:53 remaining.
I think that's going to be Feltner's 5th. Zach will have a seat. With 3:53 to play, we may see Caleb Taylor come back in with his 4. No. We'll see Blake Phelps re-enter the contest.
Number 2, Blake Phelps.
Looked to me like Feltner had his position pretty well that time, Earl, so don't know. But at any rate, Carter will go to the line to try to shoot his team back into this. We'll cut this lead back to 7.
Atwood is up. No question as it comes through. Collins will come back in.
Carter has 21. Looks like Coach Robert Hammond's trying to set up the press here after the made foul shot. Really hasn't given South Laurel that many problems, but it hasn't been broken as easily as I thought perhaps it could, Earl.
Second one rolls in there. It took their shooter's roll and fell through. Here we go. Grubb with the basketball into the corner. Miller didn't take the 3 again. Back to Grubb. Picks it up by Griffith. Down the lane. Little floaters up and good by Grubb.
Good patience there by Miller and Grubb out front.
Carter down the lane. Finger roll, no good. Taps it back up and in.
How about the quick jumper there? You know, you don't have to always be such a high jumper, but the quick jumper as well gets the basket. Still a long way to go.
They leave Miller open. Down the lane, no good. And a foul is going to be called underneath, and they will call that one on a South Laurel.
Be a bonus opportunity here.
It's a 7-point advantage as a team 9th foul for the Cardinals, Jim. And Cougars have only committed 5, so they even have a couple of fouls to give before the bonus time for South, but back to the free throw line comes Carter with the clock stopped. The lead is 7 for South Laurel, and Carter, if he's successful here, will give the Cougars can cut into the deficit, the close they have been, and that one comes off. So Grubb with a rebound since the first quarter.
Yeah.
South is led by 6 and above, and opposite end this time it doesn't fall through. Rebound Collins. Up the court to Carter. Carter down the lane, off the glass, no good. Rebound of Grubb, South Laurel. Spreads the floor, the bounce over to Griffith. He puts it up, and it falls through that top.
Andrews' 11th point. Great body control. Now steal up front, Earl.
Big steal for South, and traveling's going to be called. Comes back over to Letcher Central. The lead is 9, and we had a wild and woolly
Kids
up and down the floor.
Kids really battling, and Terrell Carter trying to put the team on his back.
Down the lane he goes, off the glass, up and good by Carter.
And I'm glad we're getting a chance to see that young man play in the Mountain Classic. Terrific player.
26 points on the night so far, averages better than 30.
Love the way these guards and these guys out front for Letcher Central trap you, Earl. You're in a trap in just a heartbeat.
No shot. Foul is going to be called. Before that, 6th team foul.
So there won't be any bonus opportunity here.
They'll inbound it. Tossing the ball in play. It's going to be Phelps for his Cardinals. Comes in high, top to Grubb. A near steal. Grubb goes back, picks it up, comes to Anders. South back up to Miller. Over to Grubb. Grubb back to Anders into the corner to Miller.
Great spacing here. Great coaching by Coach Davis's guys. In order to keep from turning the ball over against heavy pressure, you've got to have that type of spacing.
Block shot in there, but foul is going to be called, and Grubb will go to the free throw line. 1:44 remains, and South leads by 7. It has been a battle here in game 1 tonight. Game 2 set to begin in just a bit. At the line, Grubb's first one is up, and it's good by Grubb.
Looking for his 16th point. Jared really giving his team a lift here in this second half.
That one rolls in there. Now the big fellow will come back in with 1:44 left in the contest. South has stretched it back up to a 9-point lead. Ball and bounded. Jordan Gregory to Terrell Carter. Carter with the basketball will get the double team. Back over to Gregory. Long three up, it's no good. Rebound and knocked out of bounds, but a foul is going to be called. A push on South Laurel.
Foul will go against Ryan Anders. Jordan Gregory will be shooting 2. Still enough time to get going here, Earl, but you're going to have to drain some foul shots, come up with some steals in the full court pressure.
Jordan Gregory, a senior, at the line for his Cougars. It's up and good, the first one.
If he hits this, they'll be able to set up the press. If he misses, they won't be able to.
Nails that one there.
9 points for Jordan Gregory.
Back down to 7 now with 1:28 remaining.
Letcher needs a steal here. The big guy comes out as an outlet.
Taylor back to Griffith, and now into the hands of Grubb.
Good spacing. Get the ball in the middle. Diagonal pass. Well coached. South Laurel Cardinals.
Taylor takes it back to Griffith down the baseline. Lost the handle on it. Picked up by Carter. Carter pushes it opposite end. Down the lane. Off the glass. No good. Tap up. No good. Loose ball. It's still loose. And Anders will pick it up to Griffith. Into the hands now to Miller. Down the lane, off the glass, shots up and good by Grubb. And that puts them back up by 9 and clock running quickly. Carter with the basketball. Down to 42 seconds into the quarter. Now they go inside to Collins. Collins spin move, kicks back. They put it back into Kinzer now. To Carter, he fires a 3. It's no good. Rebound picked up by the Cougars. No good. Rebound this time by Kinzer. And a foul is going to be called. And if that's Taylor, or nope, not going to call a foul, just.
Yeah, they are calling a foul, I think, weren't they?
Could be. If it is, it's going to be on Taylor, isn't it?
Yeah.
That will be 5 on him. 27 seconds.
Maybe it's just a jump ball.
55-46. 9-point advantage currently for the Cardinals. And Letcher Central, couple of opportunities there, just could not get a shot to fall.
Yeah.
This time down the floor.
Well, you had that trip there when Carter was coming down. It was a 7-point spread. Good defense forced him to the left side. He tried the left-handed layup. It didn't go. Could have cut it to 5, and now South Laurel pushes their lead back up to 9 points. They would punch a ticket to Friday's semifinals with a win here. And they'll play the winner of the second game we have here. I guess our third game, I should say, with Buckhorn taking on Harlan County. Harlan County, a team we saw a couple of weeks ago at home taking on Harlan. Not a single senior on Michael Jones' roster. So it's just a good young club that Mike Jones has there at Harlan County.
That will be a nice matchup. Buckhorn and Harlan County going at it.
So it wasn't a foul. It was just simply the alternate possession. It will be Letcher's ball to inbound.
Collins. Tyler Collins looks deep quarter. Tosses in play to Banks. Banks along with it. It's up no good. Carter fought for the rebound, but a whistle. A push on South. 22 seconds remains. 55-46. A 9-point South Laurel lead. And back to the line goes Carter.
And they got Anders with a foul underneath the basket.
Carter trying to add to his point total to 9 and cut it back down to 7. First one's up, it's good.
Got him unofficially with 27, so just a 3-point basket away from the average.
Looks in at his second one. It's up and comes off, and Taylor gets the rebound. South with the basketball, and Letcher's going to have to foul at some point, Jim. Clock's down at 13 seconds. Griffin with it now, the double team, and Griffith will go to the free throw line.
Both teams have really played hard. Earl. Defense is at a premium in the Mountain Classic. Nobody's going to get any easy looks. South Laurel led this one by 6 at the end of the first quarter, 17-11. By 6 at the half, 28-22. They pushed the lead up to 40-31 as we began this fourth frame.
Griffith misses the front end. He will have the other one here.
And we saw a situation there. There was a bonus opportunity. Foul shot was missed, so should be Letcher ball. They'll bring it the length of the court.
And here we go. Carter races down the timeline, kicks to the corner, and they'll fire a long 3. It's no good. Battling for the board, Taylor's got it, and that will do it. That's your ball game as South Laurel will win it here tonight in game 1. The final 55-47 is your final. It was nip and tuck. South led most of the way and never looked back. It did get close a couple of times, and Letcher Central, Jim, able to cut it down to 6, but never could get back under that. And it kind of like was the mountaintop they could reach, but just couldn't get over the hump.
Yeah, one of those situations, Earl. Had a couple of trips where they might have cut it to 5. It just wouldn't drop for them. And now Jeff Davis and his guys punched their ticket to Friday's semifinal. And I believe we'll have Lauren Cash with winning coach Jeff Davis here in just a moment as Lauren and Jeff get ready here. Big win for the South Laurel Cardinals here, and we'll send it courtside to Lauren Cash. Lauren?
All right, Coach, it's kind of a weird game, not necessarily your all's normal type of style of play, but you kind of gutted one out. What did you see out of your guys tonight?
I thought we grinded it out. We put them on the free throw line a whole lot. We got to do a better job of not backing down. I think we got to the point where we started afraid of fouling all the time, and it caused more fouls, and it kind of hurt our aggressiveness a little bit. So we just got to do a better job and bounce back and do a better job when we come out the next game.
Yeah, your all's first time ever in the Mountain Classic. You're moving on to the semifinals. You know, what do you need to improve upon to make sure, you know, to fix these wrongs that you guys played that you did not like out of your guys tonight?
I think just get patient. I think we hurried a lot of things and tried to do things that was there, but we try to force it a little bit too much instead of just moving the basketball and being calm and patient. And that's things that we normally do. We tend to get in those little areas where we do it, but we'll be all right.
Next game, Harlan County and Buckhorn. You sticking around to watch it a little bit tonight before you go home?
I'm sending them back. It'll be a late night for me.
All right, thanks, Coach.
Thank you.